Well, hey everybody, welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local field global reach. You watching myself, T Rex. Oh, we're on Out of Bounds with T Rex, myself, and Marie. I am so sorry day to day, but anyway, how you doing, Marie? How was that ride?
Oh, it was awesome. It was nice. It was like about anywhere from 3 to 5,000 motorcycles. So it was a lot.
That's good. That is really good.
Uh, we had a nice turnout.
Where'd y'all go?
Uh, we rode from one place. We all met at this one area, and then all of us went from there to the funeral home.
Okay.
And then while we was at the funeral home, there was even more and more bikes coming while we was there. So we left the funeral home and escorted the hearse to the cemetery.
Ooh, now that was something serious. I thought it was just a local ride. I didn't know it was somebody had passed away.
Yeah, it was a 10-year-old boy.
Oh my
He
God.
was he was accidentally, him and his little brother, they said, was playing with a gun, and the gun went off and he got shot. And
That
so he loved motorcycles and dump trucks. So they had dump trucks, they had motorcycles, they had and jeeps. So yeah.
that is crazy.
I think it was about like 8 or 9, maybe anywhere from 8 to 10 dump trucks there. And like I said, too many motorcycles.
You never get too many motorcycles. It's good that you guys showed up for support of that family. That is amazing. You guys showed up for support because a lot of people,
Social media.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
social media.
and you go, that's it, and it's crazy. But wow, that's something else. That is something else. Ooh, I'm still trying to work on this thing as we talk. I'll finish on a break. Well, everybody, we're gonna talk about this. And, not to disrespect the young man that died. I would always say to parents, uh, and I'm sure Maria and somebody else had said it while you was there. I used to leave my pistol locked up in the case, locked up, and then put in the safe, and nobody had to worry. I know that's not the way people like to do it. They tell your kids not to do something, you're not going to do it. But as I'm sure Marie can attend to, everybody don't do what their mom and dad always tell them to do. So stuff happens, and that's
Mhm.
bad. That's just bad. That
Yep.
is, and we're sitting here doing the same thing, and it's just crazy. It is crazy. Oh, I'm trying to reboot it. But anyway,
Hi, Jennifer.
how is Denise doing? Hey, Jen, I'm trying to get my Facebook up. How is Denise doing?
That's okay. I haven't talked to her since last weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, she seemed a little rattled. I hope everything works out for her, and maybe come back. If not,
No, no, it was not a family member. It was just a little boy that was in the community. So all the bikers just came together. I mean, the family sent out the request for the bikers to come,
mhm.
and believe they expected that amount of a turnout because uh bikes and clubs from all different parts of Tennessee came and to show their support.
That's amazing. That is truly amazing. Try a different way. But it's hard to talk about death. It really is because people don't understand that you children don't really do all that they're supposed to do, and you lose one. I've been blessed not to lose, so all I can say is my heart goes out to the
Yes.
because you can't just do that because it's crazy, and life is short. Life is real short, and for a child, it's really short.
Yeah, he was just 10. He didn't begin to live.
That's the truth, you know. And then, I don't know. I just look at it like this, you know. Everybody says God always got a plan.
Yeah.
I I kind of don't like to think about it that way because he was a young kid. I don't think that was in the plan. I mean, if he was in the plan, why child into the world and take it away? That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more friendly and relaxable. And that is the topic of the day. What the hell's going on with Donald Trump? He's out golfing, hanging out with people, and then they got the nerve to say it's the Democrats. Woo. I was like, come on, y'all. I know the average American is stupid, but I don't think they that stupid. I just don't think they that stupid. I just really don't. Because that's just the way it is. Nobody's that doggone stupid. They just ain't, you know. And I don't want to sound like I'm the smartest man on the planet, but I think children just aren't that way. And I think Donald thinks that everybody can do what they want to do, and he's going to do all this stuff. And I still say, you know, I was talking to Jennifer, and I was telling her, we was talking about it, and I said the reason why nobody's really figuring out what Trump is doing is because he's playing us against each other. You know, it's like the old what they got in that book. I hate to tell you, but it's a old thing they used back in the slave days when they got the poor whites to Georgia slaves so they'll feel better. And I don't know if that make them feel better. I see the rants on the internets and stuff where people are saying, "Hey, it's because of black people. They're the ones doing all this. Mexicans this," and I'm saying, people, y'all need to understand when you look at the numbers, there's more poor white people. Just because there's more white people, I'm not saying that just because they're white they're poor, but if you're the majority, you got more poor people too. So all those people been screaming and crying. This man's talking about Epstein file was good. His last administration. Now, what is he talking about? It don't exist. So do you believe him? Do you believe the president? Marie, do you believe the president?
I don't believe nothing he says. I'm sorry. He always claiming fake news. Whatever comes out of his mouth is fake as far as I'm concerned.
So true. That is so true. But that's all you can do. I mean, there's nothing anybody else can do. He lies about everything, and that's what makes it hard, you know. And I think
To
also,
believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
yeah, and I will really want people to figure out why he's saying this, and nobody in Congress saying anything to him. Not one person in Congress is saying anything to him. You know, they get on TV and the Democrats try to be all poetic and all justified, and the Republicans are telling us it's their fault. It's the Democrats' fault. Well, if you're the majority, it can't be the Democrats' fault. You need some help. You should give a little bit, but nobody wants to give a little. Everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to do all the crazy things that happen, and it's just crazy. It is just pure craziness, and I understand. I really understand, but what do you think? What's happening in the South? Because that's where all the people that's really being hurt are in the South. I'm not saying they're not all over, but the majority is in there.
I
So,
can't help you on that one. Oh, gee, I don't really
yeah, I
know
agree.
what's going on.
I
I,
agree.
I really don't.
I agree with you because it's crazy. It is crazy, and people still thinking that it's possible for people to do things, and it's crazy. Oh, no,
Well, I'm gonna put it to you. I know this girl, and she had posted on Facebook where her daughter and granddaughter were in Nashville,
mm,
and this Ford truck. I think it was a Ford truck with what you call them, the things on the front of them to keep you from messing up your truck if you hit something.
Some big old guardrail or something.
Yeah, something to the effect. Said re- rammed her daughter's car a couple of times, sideswiped her, and ran her off the road
Why?
because she was black
Okay.
and
So
he was white.
so that made him feel like a man picking on a girl.
Uh, and her daughter.
Uh,
The pictures of the vehicle,
mm-hmm.
you can see where he rear-ended her
Uh-huh.
a couple of times and then sideswiped it. And I think her vehicle, it was a black, one vehicle was black, one vehicle was white. And whatever color his vehicle was, the paint was left on her vehicle.
And this was where? In Clarksville? Or
No,
some
it's in Nashville.
Nashville? Oh my God. What is going wrong with these people? Do they think, well, I don't think I
They
know.
getting bold, they getting brave because of that president. That's all I can say.
And he don't give a crap's ass about them. He's doing the same thing that the ancestors did to the poor people back in the day when they was thinking about who they was and they thought they was somebody special and they wasn't. And I'm not being mean. It's just the way it is. And they need to quit. They really need to quit because it's crazy. And I don't understand what they're doing it for. I
And
don't.
what about the what was going on in Chicago?
I didn't really hear that. What happened?
Where they was up there arresting people, uh he was arresting people, folks been getting illegals and not getting illegals. He was getting black people, children that some of the children had them handcuffed, the children handcuffed and naked, standing outside.
Hey
They
man.
said some of them they took them down and said they held them, didn't get out until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh Lord Jesus. What
Yep,
is
that's
what is he
they,
doing?
he said that somebody said he wants martial law to stop the election, and the only person that can end martial law is the president.
That is true. That is so true. But I'm trying to figure it out.
And
I'm just,
somebody said they was arresting you, and it was U.S. citizens. It was not. It was not illegal. The what's that? The illegals that they claim that they're
mhm.
supposed to be doing and detaining them, and just like I said, until 3 o'clock in the morning, which was unjustified.
Mm. That is so crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna get off this thing and go to something else. Anyway, yeah, I think that's the weirdest thing people can do because why, first of all, the same thing kind of happened what you was talking about to that lady, what happened to this guy played at LSU. There was a car accident in front of him. And because it was in front of him, maybe two or three cars ahead of him, after the accident had happened, he went around. Do you know they arrested that boy and killed him, shot and killed him?
Because they trying to say he did it.
Yes, and then when it comes out, now they know the truth. Now it's too late.
It's too late. That y'all done took that boy's life for no reason.
And I don't. I mean, and this is down. I think it was in. He played for LSU, so I'm going to guess and assume it was probably in Louisiana. I just don't get people trying to the police officers and all this hate that Donald Trump is doing, and people don't realize it. They don't. Nobody wants a divided country because we were so weak when it was divided before. Why is it going to be divided again? That's what I don't understand. Why do we want to be
We're
divided?
gonna be divided so some other country can come in and take it over. That's what's gonna happen.
That is, I agree with you 200% on that one, but I don't understand why. I still don't understand why people are preaching hate.
Yeah. He said he's arresting U.S. citizens to erupt civil war. Then he can place martial law.
So he gonna try. He's gonna send the
Yeah.
national into a city, and that them National Guards, which is probably, if I'm remember correctly, 60% minority. So you're gonna send them in there to take care of minority people you don't want. I don't think that.
Exactly.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think. I already know from my 22 years in it, that's not gonna. The military might not like what's going on, but
Yeah,
they,
but you see what he called them, all of them upper people in the way they was looking.
yeah, they was like, you crazy as shit. But that's Donald. Donald is crazy as shit. He can't help
Yeah.
himself. He just can't help himself. He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's thinking it's easy to separate people and make them fight each other than it is to actually fix it and make it better for people. That's what he.
Okay. There's somebody just said a judge just blocked him from going into Poland. What's he trying to do in Poland?
He's trying to. He's trying to do everything he can to disrupt what's happening here with him. You know, I don't know if I know I mentioned it last week, a week before last. They had a recount, and the recount showed not a
Yeah.
recount investigation up in New York and other places, and it
Oh
came.
yeah, where the polls. I remember somebody. I remember seeing that somewhere, reading that on about that, and said that in all honesty, he really did not win.
He
That
didn't.
it was
So that kind of what he's doing is kind of hushing that down because
yeah.
under the stuff that I said a couple of weeks ago that came out was that the Republican people in that district lost everything. The Democrats won. The
Mm-hmm.
lady was running, got like 6% of the points, and then Kamala zero. It,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's a little odd. That's
Yeah. And that's why they started investigating it.
so I can see people thinking, oh my God, what is going on? I'm telling you, this man is crazy. This man is crazy. He's losing everything. And what can we say? What can we say? It's just crazy. So I just say, hey, I don't know. I pray for this country because this country is a great country. But I have noticed that a lot of countries around the world are offering Americans to come live with them and within their country.
Yep. That's right. He stole the election and ain't nothing we can do about it.
I'm like, what somebody.
Somebody commented that. Hmm.
So I'm thinking it's pretty good to go to another country. Might not be the best thing to do, but hell, it's got to be better than here. It's got to be better than here. What else can we do? I mean, who wants to be here? I mean, this is supposed to be the greatest country on the earth, and here we are now fighting each other, trying to we're fighting over scraps. We're
Yeah.
fighting, and
That the rich people are leaving.
then this idiot, the Secretary of War, put his stupid ass on YouTube or somewhere doing pull-ups after he went there and said all the women should get out. And he couldn't even do one pull-up. One pull-up. He couldn't even do it. One pull-up.
Commercial.
Okay, commercial. Here we go. What do you think about it? I mean, what if she is what if she did win those things? And do you think he would leave peacefully? Or
No,
you don't?
no. You see what happened when he lost when Biden beat him? You
Oh
see
yeah.
what they did to you see what they did on January the 6th?
Oh, those were good.
They probably burned the White House down to keep her from getting in there.
Those were good people. What are you talking about?
Whatever. Yeah,
Those
they got released. All of them got pardoned and still out doing
the same
committing their crimes.
same
Still
damn
committing their crimes.
same damn thing. I just look at them, and all you can do is laugh because what
Mhm.
do you say? That's all you can do. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I know everything is supposed to be what it is and all nice and great, but uh, it's crazy. It is crazy.
But my like 18-year-old grandson, he was listening to something while he was washing dishes. And
Mhm.
I said, "What are you listening to?" He said, "Politics."
Well, you know what? Young kids are getting into that, and that's a great thing. That is a great thing because that's what they need. They need
And
that.
it's a lot of stuff that he sees and he'll come and he'll show it. He'll bring it to me so that I can see it and listen to it.
Well, I don't understand why this man is doing what he's doing, but you know what? Maybe it's not for me to understand. Maybe it's for me just to shut up and be me and take it from there because this dude is losing his damn it as my mama would say, his rabbit ass mind.
Hmm.
They just being, I don't know. I can't see. I know that the population of Caucasians that want a civil war is really low. Those are just the ones down south that think they could win. But I think they need to, I mean, just because they town is all white don't mean Alabama and Tennessee and Mississippi, all those states down there, Kentucky is all white. No. And they got, and you people, you live there, and I'm gonna live there one day here, and hopefully in the short future, that we gonna have our weapons and we can fight too. So you think we the only ones that won't fight for it? You think we just go, oh yes, sir, Mr. Gilmore, sir, here we come? No,
Yeah, exactly.
no, and I hope I don't offend my people that the people that have a lighter melanation than me because I'm not being a racist. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going down without a fight. I'm,
Exactly.
I'm not going to be a clean loose. You can kiss my black, you know what? I'm not out there. I'd rather be 10 feet, wherever under. Like my boy would say, I'm either going to be 10 toes down or 10 toes up. But I am not going to be a slave. And if they think that's going to happen, they're going to lose.
Yeah. And somebody said he's planning to be there forever. And that is his plan. That
Well,
is his plan. He said it. He said it before during the election.
oh, I
He
know.
said it. He said, if you vote for me, you'll never have to vote again. He said it. And those people that voted for him were not listening to him, or unless that's what they want. Unless that's what it is they want.
Well, I don't know. I just think that the poor man's lost his mind, and with that being said, that's all he's got. I mean, he don't got any. He has no charisma, no flex. Talking about this is what we're gonna do. It's so confusing. The Republicans and if I mistake this, if I stated it before, you can hear it again. I used to be a Republican because they take care of the military. Not today. Not today.
Mm-mm.
He's using the military to fight his independent war against his enemies. You know, the big black cities like Memphis and
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Chicago.
Chicago. You know,
Oh,
if you
look, has it been Milwaukee yet?
no, he ain't been to Milwaukee yet.
He ain't been to Milwaukee yet.
If he really, I'm gonna say this, his people. Why don't he send some troops down to down south to help them figure out what they can do? Send jobs down there so these people can work and not be angry because they ain't got no TV, they ain't got this, they ain't got that, you know. And I know what's happening, and y'all might not want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you, you know, when you get so used to being on some type of government assistance,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to get off of it. And the thing that I was talking to Jennifer about was, if you have a child, and I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, but I'm sure I am, and you're not married, you get paid for how many kids you have. No, you should get a child care, some kind of child care voucher, and your butt should go to work. I don't care if you're a female, because I mean, what color you are as a female. You need to go to work. You need to support your family. And men, you shouldn't have children out of wedlock and not helping those women. I'm sure your parents taught you better than that. So what do you think about it? Do we still keep them? They have one kid. Every kid they get extra $500, so they got 3 more kids, so they can live without going to work. Come on, y'all. What do you
Mm.
think?
Yeah, but a lot of times they start cutting them off. But just like the thing with you do the income tax, where you
Hmm.
used to get for every kid that you get, they cut it out. So you can't claim all them kids now. You only can claim like so many of them. Yeah.
That's well, that's good. That's good. I'm not saying that it's good for them not to get some kind of aid, but they shouldn't get paid for every child, because come on now, and you can't tell me it's just black and brown doing it. You
Mm-mm.
can't tell me, because I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot more people out there that ain't got their crap together, that are from all other country, all other parts of the world, and they gonna say, "Oh my God, no, it's not happening." It is. It's stupid. But let's leave Trump alone. Did you know I hope I don't piss everybody off, because I know you in the Bible Belt. So, but I was listening to this guy talking. He was talking about the Bible, and he was talking about how God wanted everything to work and everything like this. And somebody asked him. He said, "What Bible are you referring to?" He said, "The King James version." Do you know the King James version is not the oldest Bible
It's
on?
not.
And then after the guy told him all this, he says, "So what you're really doing is listen to the slave master's Bible." And I thought about that. I
Mhm.
think, put myself in the mentality of a person that will believe something like that. And they changed it, and they made them think that we're was it 1/3 of a person. They trying to get black people DEI higher and women out of the workforce. They want women to stay home, and they want the strong white male population.
Hey T Rex, we got somebody that disagree with your little statement.
What they say?
It says, "I don't think you have to be married. Just take care of your kids. Marriage is not for everyone."
Oh no, that part is true. I stand corrected. You are right.
Mhm.
If you, I should have said that. You should take care of your kids. If you paying your child support, then I'm proud of you, because there's a lot of fellas out there on both sides of the aisle ain't paying it. Even rich people ain't trying to pay it. So
Yeah. And
I
then, and I don't understand that either. That makes no sense to me. You got all this money. You are getting making these babies, but then you don't want to take care of them.
you know what?
But
I
then
don't.
you got some that are awesome,
Oh,
that take care of their kids, take
everybody.
care of their child. I can't say I had that, but
Well, I
but you
try.
have some that do. I mean, some of them you have to make them take care of them, and some you don't.
That's why they put you in jail. I know you can't make money in jail, but Bubba Show, make sure you don't want to come back again, if you know what I'm talking about. Because once Bubba,
Yeah, some of them. I mean, some states, if you don't pay your child support, they lock you up, or they even take your driver's license. They penalize you. But I had my ex, he had to be made to pay, and he wasn't paying nothing. But what? Explain to me, what was it, like, 30 something dollars a week?
that's $37 a week.
30
What?
something. I know it wasn't 40.
Help me out here, because I know you're in Clarksville, but
I'm
30.
not in Clarksville.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. In the okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. But my question is to the ladies out there that's getting, we'll just round it up to $30 a week. That's only what, $120 a month. What can you do with $129 a month for a child? That's enough.
It ain't even buy, it ain't buy no diapers, no formula. It ain't buy nothing. But mine was 36. It was under 40, but still, it wasn't doing nothing. And I didn't get paid it.
That's I know we laughing at it, but that's wrong. That's just wrong. I think, you know, I pay alimony. I say one thing about alimony. I think it should be a time limit on it. For if you was married 10 years, you have to pay 10 years. You married 20 years, you have to pay 20 years. Not for life, because there's a lot of women out there that they got a good guy that's they dating that want to marry him but won't marry him because they still want to punish old boy. And that's wrong.
That's petty.
That's wrong. And I hope somebody say something about it, because I can't see anyway, but you definitely gonna tell me. But that's wrong. They shouldn't do that. But the government has made it hard for not just black men, for all men. We're gonna get off that race thing and try to bond the as they would say, the racists together, but we're all just different melanation groups.
Oh,
Uh
somebody said as far as not paying the child support, they said, yes, they do. Said and say you lose your passport also.
they should.
Hmm.
Now, that's the kind of person I say you send to jail and put him on a work release and make his butt go work, and all that money he earned go right to them, to that to
Hmm.
Now I know he, if these guys got more than one kids by multiple women, they ain't worth a crap anyway. I think women should understand that from the beginning when they go out and date a guy. It's one thing you should see. Don't be biased and think, oh my God, he's so fine. You got to ask him, you got kids? Yeah. Did you take care of them? No, she won't let me. Then you should know right there he ain't the one for you.
Hmm.
Even if you don't have no, because if you have sex and you might have one, and next thing you know, boom, now he ain't giving you no money. That's crazy. That's just,
Yeah.
and I try to figure it out, but what can you figure out about it? You can't figure anything out about it. It's just crazy. And people's saying, oh my God, no this and no that. It's crazy. I don't care what they say. It is crazy. And people need to understand that it's crazy. Not, oh, T-Rex, you full of crap. No, I'm not. I'm not full of crap. Women deserve to be treated right. And men deserve to be treated right. If you know that you can't afford a child, then get a Jimmy. That's just the way it is. Don't bring children into this world that makes it harder for somebody else to be successful. Just don't do it. And
Oh, somebody said if you were married 25 years plus, whomever has to pay spousal should pay for the rest of their life.
why? Ask that person why they should pay for the rest of their life. Did you stop her or him from going to work and earning a living, getting a retirement check? That's what I want to know, because if you was a housewife, I can see paying you 20 years. That you got 20 years to go, I get a job. But you know, I don't know if that was a woman or a man that came up and said that. I just think that it's kind of a little lost for somebody to say, "Hey, that's what it is," and I'm just being real. It don't make sense to me. I just
But my thing of it is, okay, as far as Tennessee don't have that here, so I don't know nothing about all that.
they
But my thing of it is, though, if you're paying, if I'm paying somebody spousal support and they seeing somebody else and they not going to marry this person because they want to continue to hit my pocket, then to me that's petty. I'm sorry,
that is true.
that's
It is,
petty.
that is petty. And there's guys out there. I'm not gonna name my frat brother's name, but he married a nice lady that's pretty successful, and he said, "Yeah, you got to pay me and leave me the house." I think that's wrong too. I think I'm an equal opportunity. If she making more money than him, he should get the same amount. He should get, if she make 50, but we'll say 150, 200 grand, and he making 100 grand, he might need the house, but he definitely don't need no
He
assistance.
don't need spousal support.
He don't need no damn spousal support. But they should
Mm-mm.
ask for it. Oh my God, do they ask for it? Ooh. You know, and I laugh at him all the time about why you do that to her? Because I can. No, man, that's just wrong. I mean, I'm not a saint, and people that know me know I ain't a saint. But with that being said, I'm not trying to go out there and get someone to take care of me. You know, my poor body, girl. I can tell you, I went back down to my house yesterday so I can put some new spark plugs in the vet. Boy, thank God for medicine. My body was aching. So I'm gonna tell you, I know how it is to get old, and I know how it is to be living on a fixed income. But I think the most important thing is that people should know that before they get married. They should look at things, everything. And I'm not telling you this because I think I'm smarter than you. I'm just telling you where I made my mistakes. So you can do what you grown, people grown, they do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do what they do. But I just look at them and I don't understand what's going on. It's too much for me. And I know life is better somewhere else for everybody else to have a good life. I just think it should be a team. I don't think either parent should stay home and not work. I really think that. I don't think they should be able to stay at home and not work. I think, you know, if you're a housewife and your husband's making good enough money for you to stay home, then stay at home. But if you don't, no, take your butt to work. Take your butt to work. That's all you got to do. I mean, let's be for real. Unless you rich or he rich, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Between the government and all this stuff going around, talking about uh, LBG, I can't say that. I call them alphabet people because I don't want to be disrespectful because I know I mess it up. But
Okay, we got this
here we go.
one lady. This one lady. I don't know. I'm yeah. Must yeah. I made more than my husband, so I pay him spousal. He's been seeing his girlfriend for 11 years now, and I'm still paying him. Our boys are 24 and 19.
You know what? I'm on your team. I don't care. He need to get out there and get a job and not get a penny. That's what the government's doing, and that's wrong. That's wrong. That you should get everything that you. If you didn't work, I'm like this. Just because your name's on the house, don't mean you own half the house. That just mean that you was happened to be married that time they put your name on the house. You ain't made a house payment. You ain't paid no damn utilities. You ain't made no up. She shouldn't have to pay that man nothing, especially if she paid him in over 20 years. She shouldn't have to pay him nothing. Now, I'm just telling you, especially, I mean, come on, what kind of, oh, I'm trying to figure out what kind of man would do some stupid crap like that. That must be a very, very shallow man to be hanging out with his fellas and his new girlfriend, talking about, yeah, my ex-wife gives me X amount of dollars a month.
Yep.
Come on, I mean, as Marie and some of y'all already know, I ain't a saint. So don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody, especially a woman, when you are you're capable as a man to go out and get a job. You don't need her money. You should be able to give her till that time limit's up and stop. Say, hey, I've been paying you for X amount of years, let's call it quits. Okay. Not for life.
Okay, somebody said alphabet people are not okay, sir. LGBTQ.
Okay. I didn't want to say it like that because I would mess it up and then I'd be in trouble. And I already seen Dave Chappelle get in trouble. So I ain't trying to get in trouble. But yes, They are real people. And your boy, Mr. Orange, his boy's trying to kick him out the military. Like, I don't give a crap if you're a woman, if you're a man, or you something else. You claim to be something else. If you want to serve your country, you should be able to serve your country. You know, now I don't know about going into a latrine unless you had a male the operation. I don't know, like Dave Chappelle said, I'd rather go into or have a woman come in the man's room and bend over and pee in the urinal, and then a chick come in looking like a dude with one out bigger than his. He said, that's kind of bad. So with that being said, I think everybody should be able to serve this country. Period. Period. You know, and I think they should be. I mean, and I think, no, I know it should be a requirement to become a president of this country, because you the head and you talking about war and all these things.
And you ain't never even never even served.
And I ain't talking about like Petey boy who was in the National Guard. I'm talking about some real active duty time. You know, where you can understand how all the ranks work. My dad always said he was in the Army, and I took it to my kids. I told my kids there's only one color, that's dungaree. It might be light blue or dark blue, but it's still blue. That's it. My dad said it's always khaki. One lighter color than another, but it's all khaki. So my point is that when you go into the military, you have friends that you meet that you would never meet in your life sitting in your neighborhood.
True.
And that's what makes you a round better person. Not that you're a bad person now, but I think if some of those people down in them rural areas would have joined the service, I bet you they wouldn't be all racist today, because if they was out there and as they call it when you go to war, the shit, and that person saves your life, you kind of understand why he saved my life after I treated him so bad, because that's what people do. But see, they don't see that. They just see what they really see is what the Fox News is telling them. You know, 80%.
Commercial.
What they say the other day, they said 60% of the minority is on some kind of assistance, and I'm thinking, yeah, 60% of minorities, maybe that include women, that include all colors, but they didn't say that. They said minorities. Then they try to come back and say, but 30%.
Commercial.
Okay. Fix this thing. Oh, we ain't no. Yeah, it's just weird, and I just think it's weird, you know, for somebody who never served it, they want to change the name to the to the Department of War, and
What?
yeah, Department of Defense is not Department of War. They want you to go to war. It's a war, you know. We're men. I think, like I said, I know I said this time again. I think the president should have to fight this to the death. Whoever wins is the country that wins. I bet you they won't be wanting to go to war then.
Not if they have to fight, because Trump ain't finna fight.
He ain't gonna fight. Oh no. That's not what I signed up for. No. I'm just telling you the truth, people. You know, y'all can get mad and get glad and all this crap, but the truth of the matter is, it's easy to send somebody else to fight the war when you sitting on your body. And it's easy to hate somebody when you don't even know who you hating. You just hating because something you heard on Fox News.
Entertainment news.
That's what it is. Because they got sued. They said they wasn't news. It was but one TikTok guy had that on there, and the guy said, well, y'all should just go back to Africa. He said, do you think you from here? Do you think you from here? Well, my parents my parents, my great great ancestors came from England, and just like Obama said, do you think they sent the best over here? People, the community, the history whitewashers, the pilgrims, they were pieces of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Was pieces of crap. They didn't
They
leave.
were they were the worst of the worst that England didn't want. Took them
Kids,
out of the prisons,
and
sent them over here.
like it's proud as oh
Mm-hmm.
over here on the Mayflower. Yeah, because they was pieces of shit people. That's why they came over here. They was shitty. The king kicked them out.
Yep.
Oh no, no. Oh, as my
Well,
boy,
somebody said you speaking the truth.
I'm just telling you the truth. It, don't shade. Don't throw shade on history. History tell you a lot. History tell you a lot. History should tell people even if you have a civil war, you ain't gonna win because you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have
Because
your
ain't nobody finna sit back here and let you do what they did back then.
people talking about. Well, we just you walk up in here on me. I got something for you. I don't give a crap if you got a badge on. You trespassing as far as I'm concerned. And it's a no trespassing. So if you ain't got a warrant, you should get the off my property because I'm simple as that. And I know it works because when I was sick one time and I had a sign up, no trespassing. I got a gun and I know how to use it. The police officer read, didn't even read the door, but he read it and walked away. And I saw him on my camera. That's how I knew it was there. I went downstairs and said, man, that's not for you. That's for other people. So I didn't know. You all right? He said, thank you. He left. But that's the problem with people. People think that killing somebody else is going to solve their problems. And they're wrong. They're wrong. Because if you really wanted a job, Mr. Klansman, if you really wanted a job, why are you following that one guy talking about they taking all the jobs? Why don't you go out and do like everybody else? Like black and white women, period. They go out and get a degree. On TV the other day, like 80% of women have a college degree or some type of field behind them. Like I don't know if you get you can help me out. The what's the not the candy striker, but the other nurse. They go to
LPN.
they go to a technical school or something. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
got training. That's the kind of stuff you want to do. You don't want to sit back and say, "Oh my God, oh I'm poor," because right now if you poor, I tell you what you worried about. You worried about ain't getting the check next week on the 15th. That's what you worried about.
Mm-hmm. Because the government shut down. It ain't reopened, has it? It's still shut down, ain't it?
They're gonna keep it shut down until they give them what they want. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, hey, get out there and do better. Don't rely on somebody. Now, the people that work for the government, don't get me wrong. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand. And the military people, trust me, I understand. But if you a civilian and you working and whatever field you in, the government took it out, don't be mad at that. Be mad at the government. Be mad at that the Republicans that's leading the country. They the one made all this happen. It was, I don't know about y'all Republicans, but it was running fine up until Trump swore in on the 6th.
Yep, it was.
Everybody was getting what they like. Everybody was happy. You just thought this,
Everybody's getting their paycheck, getting they go able to go to the doctor and be seen. Now you can't even do none of it because he's trying to take it all away.
and if you do have it, it's gonna cost you probably double. Double. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my heart goes out to the military families because, you know, they in between a rock and a
T-Rex? Oh, I'm by myself. I'm by myself. Anyhow, back to good old orange guy. So we got 5 minutes, people. So maybe T Rex will come back on before those 5 minutes are up. And I read where someone said that T Rex was calling them out, and he is. He's calling them out because that is exactly what he's doing. I mean, I don't understand why people can't see what it is that he's doing. I mean, they're y'all really drinking the Kool-Aid. That is what they're doing. They're drinking the Kool-Aid.
And it ain't even red or purple.
It's orange.
It's only it's only you. I know a lot of colors,
Orange.
but you know that purple, and you definitely know. Give me some red Kool-Aid. What the hell is they want? Red Kool-Aid, and I think it's
Okay.
funny. I laugh my butt off, but I think it's funny that people do that. But I I can't help myself. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. I just think it's cool to sit back and I wish I could sit back and say I didn't need nobody. If there wasn't for the government and the retirement, I'd be struggling just like everybody else. Even
Okay. So somebody said we can end it. Explain, how can we end it?
in what?
I don't know. I guess
In
one of the subjects we was talking about.
in property or
Uh,
or in Trump's the King Trump's regime.
Emperor.
Emperor, I'm sorry, Emperor. Yeah, that's the best one to call him. Because remember the story he walked around naked and everybody thought he was
Yeah.
he
It's
walked
his new clothes.
like a big pecker and thinking he's the great. I just tell you. I'm waiting for him to come back and ask me that. That's a good question. I think I like to hear what he's got to say. Is that gonna be I'm waiting for the question answer. Is he came back and said any more about that? Well, he or she said anything about that question they just asked?
About
You just
how
read.
we can end it.
Yeah, how can we end it? I want
That's
to know.
what I want to know. No, they haven't. Yeah. Whoever wrote that question, how can we end it?
Yeah, that's a
What are we ending? Are we
yeah.
ending him, his reign?
I don't want
All the stuff that's going on in this country?
that'd be a blessing. That'd be a blessing. But I
Oh,
just
or is it in the starvation? I was like, someone had posted something where Richard Pryor was on what's the David Letterman,
uh-huh.
and I don't know who the lady was, and she was like telling him that there are no homeless people and there are no starving people in the United States.
Well, it is if you live in Beverly Hills or the rich neighborhood, wherever you at. Yeah, there's no poor people. I agree with you. There is no
And
poor.
and Richard Pryor was up there Richard Pryor was laughing at her. He said, "Yes, there are." She
They,
said, "No, no, it's not. They can just go out and get them something. No, they can't go out and get them something to eat. They ain't got no money."
they got no money. They can't go and get them. Maybe she can
And
go
then,
out.
and you know what? That's probably what it is.
What? They ain't got no money.
He gonna get crime rates up because people gonna have to steal, kill to eat.
And what did you think about the remark he said that black babies were born to be criminals?
Oh my God,
Is
that
that
just that
racist?
just ooh, that rubbed me wrong.
You know
That
that the gangs murders and the minority murder in America is lower than the murder rate of the Caucasian. The Caucasian man goes into schools and kills people. He goes into church, he kills people. He goes everywhere he goes. Those are lambs. He's slaughtering the lambs. He's not fighting. He's not killing the lion. You go in the hood. Them lions fighting each other. Let them fight it out. But
mm-hmm,
grab a assault rifle and run into a church and blow up everybody in church, knowing they ain't got no gun.
mm-mm,
And then you gonna call yourself, I'm bad. You ain't bad. You a coward. If you was
mm-hmm.
you want to be a man and you want to show me that you tough, take your weapon, go into the police station and shoot it up. I bet you your butt don't come out alive.
Nope.
You know, don't go fighting the lamb and you thinking you some tiger.
Suicide. Suicide by cop. That's what it would be called. Suicide by cop.
That's what he needs, because that's what's happening. Don't talk about, oh, even in the guy that shot Charlie recently. I mean, if you really, what happened to walk up to a guy and pop him so he can see who you are, understand why he's dying, why you got to shoot from far away, and then
You look
turn.
him in the eye.
He could have walked right on up there. He blended in. He looked just like him. And then they showed a picture of that video of the guy they saw in the stairwell, and the guy that they actually said did it. They look nothing alike. Nothing alike. I don't trust it. And the stuff that comes out, like Charlie's wife was over in one of those Dominican Republic, something like that. And they was while she was there, children was disappearing, and she was selling them to what's that Epstein man. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they were saying. And I think if that is true, that's really bad. That you're using God to create a crime. I'm just saying for a friend. Like I said before, I'm not a saint, but I'm not gonna run into rob some woman if I needed some money. I'm not gonna run some old people. I'm gonna go down the street with them young cats hanging out and rob them. Then if I get away, I'm really an OG. If I don't get away, I'm really dead. But don't pick on, if you a lion, don't pick on lambs. And for him to say that black people, black men and women, black people as children are born to be killers.
Criminals.
There's more white people who do all of the mass shootings. Let me think. White people. Who shot him in the ear? I know it was a lot. And he said, shot him in the ear. Then 2 weeks later, his ear ain't even got a scratch on it.
But he had that new plastic surgery,
You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can fool most of the people none of the time. And he didn't fool anybody with that crap, because he knew good and doggone well that they were that shit was fake. It was just fake. Call it what it is. You can say what you want. It's fake. So, so I don't know, but I do know one thing, America, that you can't blame minorities for your failure, for America's failures. And the reason why I say, because we don't control crap.
Nope, sure don't.
We might have a decent paying job, and you might see somebody a different color than you driving around in a nice car, whatever. But we don't got no control over nothing. Nothing. If we had control of it, it'd be like Wakanda, that movie. It'd probably be better, because you think Africa is poor, but Africa is the richest country and the largest country or continent on this.
Yeah.
America can't even fit all. We can fit all America and probably all the territories, Alaska, anything, all that, and it still wouldn't cover all Africa. Makes you want to think, huh? And I'm still trying to figure out how Jesus is blonde hair and blue eye didn't get a sunburn. I'm still trying. That's for don't believe what you always read.
In the Bible, it said he had nappy hair and dark complexion.
I ain't never seen a picture like that. Dude, always blonde hair and blue eyes. And what they took was Leonardo da Vinci's lover. He was a homosexual. Do your research if you don't believe me, people. That man, that picture that you call Jesus, is a homosexual. And you have him in church, and down south, them on good old boys don't like them homosexuals. They'll say, "Thank you, Jesus," not knowing that he's a homosexual.
Yep.
Then they'll go, "Oh, I ain't talking about him." Well, then why you got his picture up? I can remember back when I was a young buck coming up in the 60s, we had a black in our house with a big old afro and shit. I'm like, that's who I grew up with. And I think every kid should grow up with Jesus looking like him, because that's where you learn. I'm not saying God is black. I'm saying God ain't white. He might be brown if he's from the Middle East. But that's another story for another time. I just get tired of all this hate
Wrap it
and
up.
race. Hmm?
And time's up.
Oh, cool. All right, everybody. Listen to our rants. We'll be back next week to cuss you out again. Welcome. And this is me, T-Rex. And thank you for say bye to everybody. I sign us out.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Sorry we was late.
You know, we had technical.
It's T-Rex. It's always him.
You know, I got three.
Yeah.
I got three.
Y'all have a blessed week. Stay safe. Stay aware. And just know we love you. See you next week.
And be nice to everybody. I don't care what color you are. Be nice. Maybe that'll stop all this hatred. But with that being said, hey, thanks for watching TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel of global reach. This is Out of Bounds, and me and Marie are ghosts.